Hi. Well, it's January 14th, 2017, right in time for the Boob of the Week. I'm Tits, now get the fuck out. So let's get going here. This week's Boob of the Week is the sham she-male, the mendacious man-girl, Riley, née Justin Dennis. Lately, this self-proclaimed guardian of all things feminist and trans, Riley Dennis, has taken his fanciful fallacies to all new heights. For those of you unaware of who Riley is, I've included some links below to the videos that I'm going to reference. In my opinion, these are some of his greatest hits. He is a self-proclaimed trans woman and feminist, though until fairly recently he was still going by Justin. His videos are on a wide range of subjects. In a general sense, they pretty much encompass things like gender identity and gender acceptance. Primarily feminist issues. He does get into some politics, but not a lot. He usually tries to come across as though he's attempting to empower, enlighten, and encourage his viewers. The thing is, though, he's actually pretty cringy, and he has a complete lack of self-awareness that make his contradictions pretty much comedy gold. Riley is in his 20s. He's a man who has apparently figured out that the quickest way into an emotionally compromised and misguided young feminist's panties is to declare himself a feminist and a lesbian trans woman. Please contain your giggling. There's more to come. Riley did a video a little while ago with everyone's favorite little emotional Stockholm Syndrome victim, Milo Stewart. They both talk about their gender identities and their views on their gender identities' relationship to the world and the world's relationship to them, vice versa, kind of thing. In the video, Riley, who at the time was still going by Justin, gleefully announces that he's a lesbian. Okay, that's fine. Almost all the straight men I know they self-identify as lesbians, so it's not really much of a surprise. He goes on to talk about his gender identity being that of a woman. Again, a little kinky maybe, but I know a lot of straight guys who like to wear makeup and have long hair. They too identify as lesbians. Of course, it's also true that a lot of them are in metal tribute bands, but hey, to each their own. Now, here's where it gets really funny, to me anyway. He claims to be transgender while taking no actual steps to move or to transition his gender. He openly states in the Milo Stewart video that he has no intention of transitioning. Hormone treatments are not on his agenda. He has no intention of having his Adam's apple removed. His penis, there is no way in hell he's having that altered in any way. A boob job? Nah, not his thing. His transition is completely tied up in growing his hair long and wearing bad eyeliner. Just watching him, you can tell that a trip to Sephora for a makeup lesson is totally out of the question. So if he can't even commit to learning to wear makeup, you know there's no way he's going to go any further with his transitioning. It would appear like most guys from the 90s who converted to Wicca as a quick path to get laid, Riley has found the millennial equivalent. And for that, I admire his creativity. Now if he just had the personal integrity to admit it. Recently, he's put out another video in which he called essentially everyone who will not let him have sex with them a bigot. Yes, I'm exaggerating, but not by much. He boldly states that if you have a sexual preference that does not include transsexuals, you, my friend, are a transphobe. In his opinion, having preferences makes you a disgusting individual, and being sexually attracted to whatever sexually attracts you makes you a terrible person. So, if you're a gay male who has a preference for penises, obviously, then you're okay with him, but only if you would have sex with a pre-op male to female trans person. Okay? Now, but see, he is not okay with you being a gay male because he is a lesbian. Try to keep up here. Because if you are a hetero man or a hetero woman who is only attracted to people of another race, you are a bigot. Unless the object of your affection is a pre-op trans person and you're okay with that. Meaning, if the object of your affection, if you're a man, has a penis but is going to become a woman eventually and you're willing to have sex with him, then you're okay. Okay. More mental Olympics here. Get ready. Okay, if you are a heterosexual woman who likes Big D, you're a bigot if you reject a trans woman who transitioned from woman to man and now has a slightly smaller than average D. Oh, and if your trans man boyfriend drops his trousers and has a vajayjay and you reject him and won't have sex with him, you're also a transphobe now. Yeah, I know. Mental gymnastics. Gold medals all the way around. Okay, to me, this particular video, it's pretty obvious that he made it because he was rejected. Now, I'm going to surmise that an actual lesbian, object of his affection, turned him down flat and called him out for being a man in eyeliner and not a trans woman and not a lesbian, as he claims to be. Everything about the video smacks of him trying to convince a lesbian that her not wanting to have sex with him makes her a closed-minded bigot, and that if she was really about supporting the trans community and the lesbian sisterhood, she would try a little of the D. Specifically, his little d. Okay, this brings me to introducing you folks to Miss Blaire White. Blaire is a completely amazing trans woman. She's funny, she's beautiful, she's smart. In short, she's the shit. She has also not completed her full transition. She completely passes as a woman, and she's been through a lot to get to the place in her life that she currently is in. She's not decided yet if she wants to go all the way with the surgical transition, but she's had the counseling, she's done the hormone therapies, she's got an amazing set of boobs. But, little bonus for some, she still has a penis. Okay, now this is the thing. She's not deceitful about any of it. She's not deceitful about who she is. She's not deceitful with anybody about where she is in her transition. She's very honest. She's very upfront. And she's, in my opinion, an amazing advocate for some very real issues. I love her for everything that she does. Now, Riley, in stark contrast, is a cancer to trans issues. He's also a cancer to feminist issues. Hell, he's just cancer. Okay, now I have no issue with him claiming to be a trans woman. Like I said, I admire the creativity behind his assertion. Some of you are probably wondering why I won't use feminine pronouns when referring to him. Okay, the thing is, Riley's deceitful. He's a charlatan and he's a despicable human being. He's not doing anything to pass, and he has no intention of ever transitioning. That's by his own admission and his own rants about trans issues. It's all pretty much ridiculous. I just can't in good conscience refer to him in feminine pronouns if he's not even going to attempt to take it seriously. To me, he does more harm to trans people everywhere than he does to help them. He's just another attention-starved special snowflake who's found a good gimmick. I truly feel sorry for the young women who listen to him in regards to feminist issues. I feel sorry for the gender-confused young people who are believing his bullshit. And I really, really feel sorry for the young girls that he's used his trans lesbian shtick on to sexually prey on them. So, links are below. An introduction to Riley, an introduction to Justin. There's the link to the You're a Transphobe Bigot If You Won't Have Sex With Him video. There's also a link to the Justin and Milo video where they talk about asexuality. And I've also put in a little bonus of Blaire White for you. So go check him out and let me know what your take is. Like me, subscribe me, follow me, stalk me, verbally attack me. Whatever. Until next week, I'm Tits, and get the fuck out.